ഓക്കെ, ഗുഡ് മോർണിംഗ്.
Good
ഗുഡ്
morning.
മോർണിംഗ്. എടാ, ഒരു ഗുഡ് മോർണിംഗ് പോലും ഇല്ലേ?
Good morning, sir.
ഏത് ചാപ്റ്ററാണ് നമ്മൾ ഡിസ്കസ് ചെയ്തുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കുന്നത്?
Gravitation.
നമുക്കൊരു ക്വിക്ക് റിവിഷൻ നടത്താം. ഓക്കെ, കുറച്ച് പുതിയ ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ ചെയ്യിപ്പിക്കാം. റെഡി അല്ലേ? ഭദ്ര നിതീഷ്, ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ നമ്പർ 1.
If mass m is split into two parts m and m minus m, which are then separated by a distance, the ratio of m by m then maximizes the gravitational force between the two parts is?
A mass m splits into small m and m minus m. Okay. Then for what ratio small m by capital M to maximizes the gravitational force between the two parts? So first mass is small m, second mass is m minus m, then they are separated by a distance r. The force between them is maximum. How it is possible? ആൻസർ കിട്ടിയോ ഭദ്ര?
No, sir.
ഫോഴ്സ് മാക്സിമം ആവണമെങ്കിൽ രണ്ടുപേരും ഈക്വൽ ആയിരിക്കണം. ഇവന് m1 ഇവന് m2 ആണെങ്കിൽ m1 ഈക്വൽ ടു m2 ആയാലും ഫോഴ്സ് മാക്സിമം ആവുക. ഫോർ ഫോഴ്സ് ബിറ്റ്വീൻ ദം ഈസ് മാക്സിമം, the two masses must be equal. So small m is equal to m minus m. You take this small m to left hand side. So 2m is equal to capital M. So small m by capital M is equal to 1 by 2. For example, suppose this one equal to 10 kilogram. It can split in different ways. 1, 9, 2, 8, 3, 7, 4, 6, 5, 5. Okay. Okay, no? No?
Yes, sir.
ഇതിൽ ഏത് കോമ്പിനേഷൻ വരുമ്പോഴാണ് ഇൻ വിച്ച് വെൻ വി ടേക്ക് വിച്ച് കോമ്പിനേഷൻ the product of the masses is maximum? 1 into 9 or 2 into 8 or 3 into 7 or 4 into 6 or 5 into 5?
5 into 5.
It means the product is maximum when the masses are equal. M1 is equal to M2. M1 equal to M2. So when a given body splits into two separate bodies, then we need the force between them is maximum. For that they should split equally. For that they should split എങ്ങനെ?
Equally.
Clear ആയോ?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
കല്യാണിക്ക് ക്ലിയർ ആയോ? കല്യാണി
sir.
ഓൾറെഡി ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ ചെയ്ത് നോക്കിയിരുന്നോ? Okay, anyway, question number 1, answer 1 by 2. Ananya, read the next one. Ananya, Neha.
Yes, sir. So third question.
തേർഡ് അല്ല, സെക്കൻഡ് ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ. നീ ഉറങ്ങായിരുന്നല്ലേ?
Sorry. Second is mass of the earth is 81 times the mass of the moon, and the distance between the earth and the moon is 60 times the radius of the earth. If r is the radius of earth, then the distance between the moon and the point on the line joining the moon and the earth where the gravitational force becomes zero is.
എല്ലാവരും ഒന്ന് ട്രൈ ചെയ്തേ.
Sir, is 15.
Let me check. This is moon and earth. Mass of moon, mass of earth. Mass of earth is 81 times mass of moon. It is given. Distance between their centers is 60 times radius of earth. R is equal to 60 times radius of earth. Distance between moon and the point of the line joining the moon and earth where the gravitational force becomes zero. Suppose at this point gravitational force is zero and this point is called null point, null. When you put a body there, the force exerted by earth and force exerted by moon will cancel. That is null point. At null point, when we put a object and then you find the net force, it will be equal to zero. Okay? So at null point, force due to moon and force due to earth are equal. Let us take this distance is x. So the force on the mass due to moon, that is equal to g into mass of moon into mass of a body by x square is equal to g into mass of earth into mass of the body divided by, see the remaining distance is 60r minus x the whole square. Is it clear?
Yes.
Why in the denominator 60r minus x?
Distance between 60 and
We already choose separation between body and the moon is x. So obviously the separation between earth and the body is the remaining distance. It is 60r minus x. Okay. Okay.
Yes.
G cancels, small m cancels. Mass of moon divided by x square is equal to 81 times mass of moon divided by 60r minus x the whole square. Mass of moon cancels. Cross multiplying 60r minus x the whole square is equal to x square. Cross multiplication into 81. Then you take roots on both sides. Okay. The 60r minus x is equal to 9x. 60r is equal to 10x. X is equal to 60r divided by 10. 0, 0 cancels. ആൻസർ 6R അല്ലേ? ആണോ?
Yes, sir.
ഒന്ന് ചെക്ക് ചെയ്യണേ, എനിക്ക് ഉറപ്പില്ല. സിക്സ് ആർ ആണ് കേട്ടോ. ഓക്കെ.
Okay, sir.
So what will be the separation between null point and earth? Null point and earth. $54 അല്ലേ വരാം? ടോട്ടൽ സെപ്പറേഷൻ ബിറ്റ്വീൻ ദം 60R അല്ലേ? ഓക്കെ ആണോ?
Yes, sir.
ക്ലിയർ ആയോ എല്ലാവർക്കും? പ്രോബ്ലം നേഹയ്ക്ക് ക്ലിയർ ആയോ?
Yes, sir.
കിട്ടിയ ആൻസർ കിട്ടിയ? ശ്രീഭദ്ര അടുത്ത വായിച്ചു. ശ്രീഭദ്ര.
The two identical spheres of same material are in contact with each other. If r be the radius of the sphere, then gravitational attraction between them is proportional to.
ആൻസറും കൂടെ നീ പറഞ്ഞു.
Okay, sir.
പറ, ആൻസർ പറ.
Sir, r raised to 4.
കറക്റ്റ്. ഇതിന്റെ റേഡിയസും 6 രണ്ടിന്റെയും റേഡിയസ് 6. R. Force between them, F is equal to G M1 M2 divided by 2R whole square. Why it is 2R whole square? Even though they are in contact, you must take the separation between their center of masses. Okay, no?
Yes,
F
sir.
is equal to G into this mass can be replaced by 4/3 pi R cubed rho, because mass is equal to volume into density. Again 4/3 pi R cubed rho, because it is given that identical spheres. All divided by 4R square. See, an R cube is in the numerator, again R cube in the numerator, R square in the denominator. So F directly proportional to R raised to 6 by R square. Okay. So F directly proportional to R raised to 4. Okay, no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, no?
Yes, sir.
Darshya, is it clear for you?
Yes, sir.
Then Darshya, you read the next one for problem number 4.
If
three particles, each of mass m, are placed at the three corners of an equilateral triangle of side A, the force exerted by this system on another particle of mass m placed at the midpoint of her side and at the center of the triangle are respectively.
A triangle, equilateral triangle, അല്ലേ? Equilateral triangle. Each of mass m. So you put three masses m, m, m. Three particles each of mass m placed at the three corners of an equilateral triangle of side A. The forces exerted by the system on another particle of mass m placed one at the midpoint of the sides. ഇവിടെയാണ് ആദ്യത്തെ കേസ്. You put another mass here. So from the left hand side, this body will attract. From the right hand side, this one will attract. So these two forces will cancel. Okay, no?
Yes.
Then the only force acting on the body is the body on the upper vertex. Okay? These two will cancel. So F is equal to G into M into M divided by, let us take this as x by x square. Okay. This angle is 60 degree. So sin 60 is equal to x divided by a by 2. Sin 60 എത്രയാടാ? Root 3 by 2 is equal to 2x by a. x is equal to root 3 by 4 a അല്ലേ വരെ? ആണോ?
Yes, sir.
തെറ്റിയോ?
സാർ അവിടെ എ ബൈ 2 അല്ലല്ലേ, എ അല്ലേ?
ആ കറക്റ്റ് ആണല്ലോ. ഞാൻ ടാൻ തീറ്റ എടുത്തതല്ലേ? Root 3 by 2 is equal to x by a. X equal to root 3 by 2a അല്ലേ? So f is equal to g into m square divided by x replaced by root 3 by 2 all square. So 4gm square divided by 4gm square divided by
3.
So answer ഏതാ?
ഓപ്ഷൻ എ.
അല്ലല്ലോ, ആദ്യം മിഡ് പോയിന്റ് അല്ലേ? ആദ്യം മിഡ് പോയിന്റ് ഓഫ് ദ സൈഡ് അല്ലേ ആദ്യം? അതല്ലേ ഇപ്പൊ നമ്മൾ കണ്ടുപിടിച്ചേ.
ഓക്കെ, ബി.
ഇതല്ല, ഇതാവാം, ഇതല്ല, ഇതുമല്ല. ബി അല്ലേ ആൻസർ?
യെസ്.
Yes.
In the second part, you want to find the force on a body at the center of the triangle. നമ്മൾ സെന്ററിൽ കൊടുന്ന് വെച്ചാൽ സംഭവിക്കും എം എം എം. Now you put a third mass at the center. This one will be attracted by the body on the top. This one here, this one here. F, F, F. This angle 120, this angle also 120, this angle also 120. So 120, 120, 120. These three forces cancel out. So 0. So what is the force acting on a particle placed at the center of the triangle? Center of the triangle?
0.
0. Clear ആയോ?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
എല്ലാവരും ക്ലിയർ ആയോ?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you. Problem number 5. Average density of earth is?
Directly proportional to G.
G. Very good. Because G is equal to Gm divided by R square. So G is equal to G into 4 by 3 pi R cubed rho by R square. So these are all constants. So G directly proportional to rho. Directly proportional to G. Simply you replace mass by volume into density. Volume of the sphere is 4 by 3 pi R cube. Rho is the average density. Rho is the average density. Clear അല്ലേ?
Yes, sir.
Aija. Next one. Vishal. SV Vishal. No chance. Dakshadev. No chance. Alan Dixon. Ansa Manoj.
Yes, sir.
Hmm.
The maximum vertical distance through which a fully dressed astronaut can jump on the Earth is 0.5 meter. If the mean density of the moon is 2/3 that of the Earth and the radius is 1/4 that of the Earth, the maximum vertical distance through which he can jump on the moon and the ratio of time of duration of the jump on the moon to that on the Earth are.
Already we have studied gravity on the moon surface is 1/6 gravity on Earth surface. പഠിച്ചിട്ടുണ്ടോ അങ്ങനെ? Gravity on the moon surface is നിങ്ങളിങ്ങനെ ചെയ്യാം. Maximum vertical distance through which fully dressed astronaut can jump on the Earth's surface is 0.5 meter. Mean density of moon is 2/3 of the Earth and radius is 1/4 than that of the Earth. Maximum vertical distance through which he can jump on moon. So G is equal to Gm divided by R square. That is equal to G into 4 by 3 pi R cubed rho divided by R square. So G is equal to 4 by 3 G pi R rho. This is the equation to find gravity. Then G on the moon surface is equal to 4 by 3 itself. 2/3 that of Earth radius. G into pi into 2 by 3 R into rho. 1/4 that of Earth. The mean density of moon is 2/3. Sorry. Radius അല്ല. Radius എത്രയേ ഉള്ളൂ? 1/4 and 2/3 density. So these two cancels. So Gm is equal to 4/3 G pi r rho all divided by 2 into 3, 6. That is G by 6. So if G is the gravity on the Earth's surface, then gravity on the moon surface will be G by 6. Okay? Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yes.
So on the Earth's surface, maximum vertical distance through which a fully dressed astronaut can jump is 0.5 meter. But as in moon, the gravity is 1/6 of gravity on the Earth's surface. So he can jump 6 times greater compared to Earth's surface. So what will be the maximum height he can jump on moon?
3 meter.
3 meter. H is equal to 0.5 meter. H dash is equal to 6 times 0.5 meter. So it is equal to 3 meter. So option B, option D are wrong. Maybe A or C will be the answer. Time. What about time? The answer is time duration of jump. In moon, the gravity is more sharp, 6 times greater. So in moon, Earth, it will take lesser time. അല്ലേ? ആണോ?
Yes, sir.
അപ്പൊ ആൻസർ എന്താ?
Option C.
പറയടാ.
1:6.
അല്ല, ആദ്യം മൂന്നല്ലേ ചോദിച്ചത്?
Option is 3 meter and 6:1.
3 meter and 6:1. Not 1:6 because in moon it will take more time because the gravity is less. Okay, no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. 75 members ഉണ്ട്. I will just show you a video. Please wait. വീഡിയോ കാണാവോ?
Ah, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
सुबह 4:30 बजे।
रुक जाना नहीं तू कहीं हार के, कांटों पे चल के
सुबह 5 बजे।
रुक जाना नहीं तू कहीं हार के, कांटों पे चल के मिलेंगे साए बहार के। ओ राही 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 ओ राही।
सुबह 6:45 बजे। सुबह 4:30 बजे।
It's a video published by എ നോർത്ത് ഇന്ത്യൻ അക്കാഡമി, സിക്കാർ എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞ സ്ഥലത്തെ ഒരു അക്കാഡമിയാണ്. ഞാനിത് കാണിച്ചത് ദേ ആർ സ്റ്റാർട്ടിങ് ദ എക്സാം ഫ്രം 5 AM ഓൺവേർഡ്സ്, മോർണിംഗ് 5 AM. ഇത് സിക്കാറിൽ മാത്രമല്ല, ഓൾ ഓവർ ഇന്ത്യ ഇത്തരത്തിലുള്ള ആക്ടിവിറ്റി നടക്കുന്നുണ്ട്. കേരളത്തിലുണ്ടോ? ഐ തിങ്ക് നോ. We are trying to build a system like this. I will show you. ഞാനൊന്ന് ട്രൈ ചെയ്ത് നോക്കുന്നുണ്ട് നടക്കുമെന്ന് അറിയാൻ വേണ്ടിയിട്ട്. ഇത് നമ്മുടെ സഫയർ ആണേ.
രാവിലെ 4:30. രാവിലെ 5 മണി. ഞങ്ങളുടെ കുട്ടികൾ ഒരുങ്ങുകയാണ് ഇന്ത്യൻ IITകളിലേക്കും NITകളിലേക്കും.
This is a miniature form, not too big. നമ്മളും തുടങ്ങിയിട്ടുണ്ട്. 5 മണിക്കാണ് നമ്മുടെ പിള്ളേർ പരീക്ഷ എഴുതുന്നത്, സെക്കൻഡ് ഇയേഴ്സ്. 5 to 8 മോഡൽ എക്സാമിനേഷൻ, JEE മെയിൻ മോഡൽ എക്സാം. അല്ലാതെ എങ്ങനെ പിടിച്ചു നോക്കും? അതർ സ്റ്റേറ്റ്സിലെല്ലാം ഇത് നടക്കുമ്പോൾ നമ്മൾ രാവിലെ 7 മണിക്ക് നീറ്റിട്ട് നമുക്ക് എങ്ങനെ റാങ്ക് കിട്ടാനാ? Not only that, they started their preparation from maybe 6th standard or 8th standard. And they are working around 18 hours per day in 11th and 12th. And we are competing with them. So, tries to understand this situation. See, still most of them, around 77 members are in this group. Only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Only 6 members are switch on their videos. Roma, thank you, Roma. Krishna, thank you. Then problem number 7. Krishna, problem number 7.
A mass M is placed in the cavity inside a hollow sphere of mass M, capital M, as shown in the figure. What is the gravitational force on the mass small m?
Means inside the cavity you place a small mass M. Then what is the force on the mass?
Is 0.
Yes, 0. Because inside the cavity, that is inside a hollow sphere, the gravitational field is 0. So when you put a body at any inside point, not only at the center, anywhere inside the cavity, the force on the mass will be 0. Okay. And the same phenomenon is called gravitational shielding. The disappearance of field inside a cavity of a conductor is called electrostatic shielding. Not electrostatic shielding. In electrostatics, it is electrostatic shielding. In gravitation, it is called gravitational shielding. Okay? Remember, not only at center, at all inside points, the gravitational field will be 0. Okay? So what will be the force acting on the mass M? As there is no gravitational field, no force will be acting. Okay? Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Then Roma, problem number 8.
A spherical shell is cut into two pieces along a chord as shown in the figure. P is a point on the plane of the chord. The gravitational field at P due to the upper part is I1 and that due to the lower part is I2. What is the relation between them?
A spherical shell is cut into two pieces. Okay. Suppose if it is a sphere, what will be the field here? It is a complete sphere. What will be the field at the inside point? If it is a shell or spherical shell, what will be the field at the point P?
Zero.
So in this problem, it is given that I1 is the field produced by the upper part, okay? And I2 is the field produced by the lower part, okay? We know this, when you add I1 plus I2, it will be equal to 0. When you add this I1 and I2, it must be equal to 0, okay? So I1 is equal to minus I2. Then what will be your answer? എന്തായിരിക്കും answer? Come on.
I1 greater than I2.
മണ്ടയ്ക്കും തെരിഞ്ഞ I1 is magnitude of I1 is
I1 is equal to I2.
I1 is equal to I2. C is the answer. Even though this lower part is bigger in size, it should be noted the field at the point P must be 0. Okay. For that, field produced by the upper part must be equal to field produced by the lower part. Okay. Okay, no?
Yes, sir.
So magnitude of I1 and I2 are
Same.
Srihari Manoj, clear ayo? Srihari Manoj.
Yes, sir.
This question we have already discussed in the last class. So you go through the last class discussion part. Then we can move to problem number 10. Pranavay Vaishoda, problem number 10.
If the radius of Earth's orbit around the Sun is r and the time period of revolution of Earth around the Sun is t, the mass of the Sun is?
It's a direct question. T is equal to 2 pi into root of r cube divided by gm. This is the expression to find time period of Earth around Sun. Satellite. Approximately we can choose the same equation in case of Sun planet system. So T square is equal to 4 pi square r cube divided by gm. You need to find the mass m. So m is equal to come on, gt square divided by, sorry, gt square, not gt square. M is equal to 4 pi square r cube divided by gt square. Either option?
B. Option is correct.
BLA. It's a direct question. If you know the equation to find time period of satellite around planet, the same equation can be applied here. Like time period of Earth around Sun is equal to 2 pi in root of r cube divided by gm. On rearranging, you will get the answer. Advaid Manohar, the next one.
In some region, the gravitational field is zero. The gravitational potential in this region
Must be variable, must be constant, cannot be zero, must be zero. You know this relationship, field is equal to minus dv by dr. field is the gradient of potential, negative gradient of potential. If E equal to 0, dV by dr is also 0. Okay. As dV 0, what about V? V must be constant. V must be constant. നിങ്ങൾ ഓൾറെഡി പഠിച്ചിട്ടുണ്ട് ഇലക്ട്രിക് ഫീൽഡ് അല്ലെ ഗ്രാവിറ്റേഷണൽ ഫീൽഡ് ഈസ് ഈക്വൽ വി ബൈ ആർ അങ്ങനെ പഠിച്ചിട്ടില്ലേ? ഇതാണ് ഞാൻ ഈ എഴുതിയിരിക്കുന്നത്. ഗ്രാവിറ്റേഷണൽ ഫീൽഡ് ഈസ് ദ നെഗറ്റീവ് ഗ്രേഡിയന്റ് ഓഫ് പൊട്ടൻഷ്യൽ. ദാറ്റ് ഈസ് ദ റിലേഷൻഷിപ്പ് ബിറ്റ്വീൻ ഫീൽഡ് ആൻഡ് പൊട്ടൻഷ്യൽ. So when the not electric field, gravitational field is 0 at a point, then potential at that point must be a constant. Okay? Okay?
Yes, sir.
Krishna, next question Maja Krishna. Sana. കൃഷ്ണയില്ല, സാനയില്ല, അപ്പൊ ഞാൻ തന്നെ വായിക്കാം. ഇൻഫിനിറ്റ് നമ്പർ ഓഫ് പോയിന്റ് മാസസ് ഈച്ച് ഈക്വൽ ടു എം പ്ലേസ്ഡ് അറ്റ് x equal to 1, x equal to 2, x equal to 4, x equal to 8. What is the total gravitational potential at x equal to 0? It's again a very simple question. We placed at a mass m at which points? ഏതൊക്കെ പോയിന്റിൽ വെച്ചിട്ടുണ്ട്? 1-ലുണ്ട്, 2-ലുണ്ട്, 4-ലുണ്ട്, 8-ലുണ്ട്. All these are m. We need to find the potential at the origin. Gravitational potential at x equal to 0. Gravitational potential V is equal to minus gm by r. Here net potential is equal to V1 plus V2 plus V3 plus etc. Vn. So net potential is equal to V1 minus gm divided by, see this distance is x, 1 plus second distance is 2, so minus gm divided by 2 plus third distance is 4, so minus gm divided by 4 plus etc. So net potential is equal to minus gm into 1 plus 1 by 2 plus 1 by 4 plus 1 by 8 plus etc. So net potential is equal to minus gm into, see this is a geometric progression. The sum is equal to a by 1 minus r. Okay. So AC is equal to, A is the first term is 1 divided by 1 minus r. R is common ratio is 1 by 2, 1 minus 1 by 2 is 1 by 2, so it becomes 2, so into 2. So your answer is minus 2gm. Minus 2gm. Okay, no?
Yes, sir.
So potential is a scalar quantity. So net potential will be the algebraic sum of all the potentials, not vector sum. When you are asked to find the gravitational field, remember field is a vector. So you must add vectorially. Here no need to add vectorially because potential is a scalar quantity. Okay. Okay, no? Anyone knows
Yes,
this
sir.
equation? AC is equal to A divided by 1 minus R? To find the sum of the geometric progression?
Yes.
Yes. Then problem number 13. ശ്രീഭദ്ര ഒന്നുകൂടെ വായിക്കാമോ? Question number 13.
Yes, sir. Suppose the gravitational attraction varies inversely as the distance from the Earth. If the orbital velocity of a satellite in such a case varies as nth power of distance, then n is.
Suppose the gravitational attraction varies inversely as the distance from the Earth. If the orbital velocity of the satellite in such cases varies as nth power of distance, then n is. So GMM divided by R, inversely proportional to only distance, not the square of distance. That is equal to mv square by R raised to n. Given that it is nth power of distance, nth power of distance. Small m cancels. So v square is equal to suppose gravitational attraction varies inversely as the distance from the Earth. Inversely, not in square of. പോണ്ട എങ്ങനെയാണ്? GMM by R square ഒരു R raised to n. That is equal to mv square by R. അങ്ങനെയാണ് പോണ്ടത്. small m cancel ആയി. V square is equal to GM by പറയടാ
GM by R raised to n into R.
R raised to n
multiplied by R.
Into R അല്ലേ?
Yes.
So V square is equal to GM divided by R raised to n minus 1. Okay. So V is equal to root of GM by R raised to n minus 1. Okay. Inversely as the distance. So in this problem n is equal to 1. So 1 minus 1. 0. Option എന്താണ്?
Option B.
Problem number 0. Because n is equal to 1 here, 1 minus 1, 0. Usually f directly proportional to 1 by r square എന്നാണ് വരേണ്ടത്. r square ആണ് വരേണ്ടത്. This is inverse square law. But here an additional law, inversely as the distance, not square of distance. In such cases, the velocity directly proportional to 0. Okay. Figure shows a planet in an elliptical orbit around Sun S. Where is the kinetic energy of the planet is maximum? See, this distance is maximum, then this is the minimum distance. While revolving, see, ഈ പോയിന്റിനെ പറയുന്ന പേരെന്താ? This point P2 is called ഈ പോയിന്റിന് എന്താ പറയാ? പെരിജി ആണോ അപ്പോജി ആണോ? പറയടാ. ഫാർദർ ഡിസ്റ്റൻസിനെ അപ്പോജി എന്നല്ലേ പറയാൻ? ആണോ? This is called apogee, and this is perigee. അടുത്തുള്ള പോയിന്റിനെ പെരിജി എന്നും അകലുള്ള പോയിന്റിനെ അപ്പോജി എന്നും പറയും. While revolving, angular momentum is a constant. So mvr is a constant. M already constant, so v into r is a constant. So v1 r1 is equal to v2 r2. v1 r1 equal to v2 r2. So v maximum into r minimum, or simply we can say v inversely proportional to r. Okay. Here r is maximum. So while revolving, velocity will be minimum. Here r is minimum. So while revolving, the velocity is maximum. So velocity is maximum at apogee or perigee? അപ്പോജിയിലാണോ പെരിജിയിലാണോ വെലോസിറ്റി മാക്സിമം? വെലോസിറ്റി ഈസ് മാക്സിമം അറ്റ് പെരിജി. ആസ് വെലോസിറ്റി ഈസ് മാക്സിമം, കൈനറ്റിക് എനർജി ഈസ് ആൾസോ മാക്സിമം. Kinetic energy is also maximum at perigee. So perigee is marked as P4. So answer എന്തായിരിക്കും? P4. So when planet revolves around Sun in elliptical orbit, the speed of the planet continuously changing. The only quantity which remains constant is angular momentum. As angular momentum is constant, v into r is a constant. So velocity is inversely proportional to distance between Sun and planet. So from the figure, when the planet reaches perigee, the distance between planet and the Sun become minimum. So that velocity will be maximum. Okay.
Yes.
So ഏതാ ഓപ്ഷൻ ഏതാ?
ഓപ്ഷൻ ഡി.
ഇതാണ് ആർ മാക്സിമം, ഇതാണ് ആർ മിനിമം. അപ്പോൾ V maximum R minimum is equal to V minimum R maximum എന്നാണ്. ഓക്കെ. So V maximum by V minimum is equal to R maximum by R minimum എന്നാണ്. ഓക്കെ, ഈ സെന്റർ, ഈ ഡിസ്റ്റൻസിന്റെ ലെങ്ത് എത്രയാ? എ അല്ലേ സെമി മേജർ ആക്സിസ്?
Yes.
ഈ ലെങ്തോ എ ഇ എന്നാണ് പറയുക. വെർ ഈസ് ദ എക്സെൻട്രിസിറ്റി? സോ ആർ മാക്സിമം ക്യാൻ ബി റീപ്ലേസ്ഡ് ബൈ എ പ്ലസ് എ ഇ ആൻഡ് ആർ മിനിമം ക്യാൻ ബി റീപ്ലേസ്ഡ് ബൈ ആർ മിനിമം ഈസ് ഈക്വൽ ടു ദിസ് മച്ച് ഡിസ്റ്റൻസ് ഈസ് എ and this is AE, so R minimum is A minus AE. A minus AE. So for JE aspirants, you should by heart this relation, or you should remember this relation. V maximum by V minimum is equal to A plus AE divided by A minus AE. That is equal to 1 plus E divided by 1 minus E. In mathematics, I think you have already learned this. E is called eccentricity of elliptical orbit. E is called eccentricity of the elliptical orbit. Eccentricity of elliptical orbit. So maximum velocity of the planet divided by minimum velocity of the planet can be equal to 1 plus E by 1 minus E, where E is the come on. Eccentricity of the elliptical orbit. Eccentricity is a parameter which define the curvature of the ellipse. How much it is curved. Okay, so in നേരത്തെ പറഞ്ഞത് മറക്കണ്ട, you are competing with not only with this set of students, not only with your school going students, not only with Kerala students, not only with all India, pan India students, you are competing with global students, globally. Everywhere there is entrance, in China, US, everywhere there is entrance. Okay, so thank you, have a nice day.
Thank you, sir. Have a nice day.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.